Hello wanderers, I'm going to give you 15 tips that you should know while wandering around. If this video helps you, please like it and don't subscribe to me. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to explain the new game and what you should pick and what happens with the difficulty levels. Okay, so novice, they're going to show you around, they're going to show you what to build first. It's good for first time players. This one, all it does is it starts you in a safer location, lets you build up a little bit on your own before you start venturing into hard areas and the kind of harsher climates. And the veteran is you just start in the harsher climates. That's it. All right, so you start off hard. All right, so you can also set it so the villagers do not die, or your Onbu, whatever it's called, the big monster doesn't die, which would make it a lot easier. Like it would that would make the game like completely easy if you turn either of those on. All right, tip down. Okay, so I'm just going to talk about what I build first and what I research first. I don't build any tents. I first start off with the research building and a workers post. The workers post increases the speed that your workers work, so you might as well have them if they're just going to be general workers. And the research building researches new tasks. All right, so we're going to, actually, we're also going to put down an air well. I'm going to just plop down 2 because I think we're going to need 2 anyway. Then we're going to go to research. And the first thing you're going to want to research is kitchen. All right. And then you're going to hold shift. By the way, if you hold shift, you can pick your next thing. Scavenger hut is what I want next. And then I want the hut. That's what I want my guys to actually live in, which is way better. All right. After that, we're going to want the hornblower. And then we're going to want the Onbu kitchen. And after that, I think plantation is cactus plantation is most important because you definitely need that when you go through some arid areas and some deserts. All right, next I think food is important, so you guys find yourself a good berry place. I think right here looks pretty good. It's okay if you take out 1 berry. You want to get in tight, nice and tight, because you can't change the work zone. All right, next I'm going to do is plop down the farm. I'm actually going to put down another research building because right here it shows you your efficiency. If you put down 2, it'll go up to 140. So it'll get everything researched much faster, which I think is very important, or especially early on. All right, so we're going to harvest some of these trees. If you click right here, it'll harvest only trees. And if you click this button right here, it'll harvest only full-grown objects. Okay, so now you won't harvest any of the little trees and they can grow out. And if you click on the rocks, it'll harvest the rocks too. Speaking of harvesting rocks, this is actually part of your creature, your Onbu. All right, so if you get rid of these rocks, it will upset him and he will trust you less and you won't be able to give him orders right away, which is not good. So you should focus on other rocks like these little ones right here. Another thing I want to tell you really quick is don't cut down these large mother trees, or any mother trees to be for that matter. They spawn more trees around them. Okay, so keep them there. Only take out the green trees. All right, one thing you also need to get down right away is a carpenter and a stone cutter. All right, so the farm is now built. In order to use it, you need to press this button right here to add a plot. So we're going to go ahead and add a plot all through here. All right, and they will automatically go and take care of that. I'm actually going to just plot the whole thing so I don't have to look at it later, though. I'm going to leave the road right there. All right, so first you're going to need a beet. You're only going to have beets, and you need 2 water in order to grow them. Okay, so it's important to have water close by that you can go get. The green is areas that can grow the fastest. The yellow are the areas that just grows slow. Then there's neutral, and then there's won't grow at all. All right, so there's certain areas, there's certain environments that you're going to be walking by. Like through this, you can grow in this level because it's just normal in this green zone. It's cold in the pink zone. I think the other zone is yellow or yellowish, and that's where it won't grow because it's arid and dry. And then so you'll get other vegetables as you go along, and it'll show here which one where it grows best. And luckily it has this little arrow to tell you exactly what the temperature is right now, so you can just flip through and pick which one's best at that time. Don't be afraid to switch often. All right, the vegetables they've already planted will still grow if it's in one of these lines and not in the red, and you'll be fine. It's best to switch often. All right, I got Scavenger's hut now, so I'm going to go ahead and place it right here, and I'm actually going to put 2 down. I think it's such an important item that I really believe you need to have two. So I'm going to put them side by side. And then I'm going to bring the road over there. They're going to fill their inventory with a whole bunch of stuff they collect. So it's nice to have it somewhat close by. All right, so the workers post is really good because it stops you from running out of like generalized workers. Because sometimes you might build things and then you run out of lifters and just generalized workers. So I actually am going to bring this up to 4 and maybe even 5 later, just so I don't run out of guys to move stuff around. Alright, so I'm also putting 3 people in my carpenter and my stone cutter. We're going to need a lot of this now that our huts are ready. I'm going to put down 4 huts. That's going to take a while to build. That's why we need these stone cutters and these carpenters going like mad. Alright. We finally got our first scavenger hunt going. Scavenger hut. So we are going to go for some rocks. We need lots of rocks unless you want to hurt your onbu. By getting rid of these rocks. I gotta wait for a little bit until I get the quarry and get these ones. So we're gonna get rocks from these areas here. Why is my party not available? Nobody want to be a scavenger? Alright, let's go to the quarry. We want to go to ones that are close to each other, but also remember when you're scavenging that you're going to be over here soon. So, you know, you'd rather scavenge when it's here. And closer. So, all right, I got 2 scavengers now. Thank goodness. It's just so much easier to have 2 of them because you really want to get as much as possible, especially resources right off the bat. All right, another thing I want to tell you is you don't have to pick what it's suggested to you. Okay, so if you're researching, you don't have to pick it. Just click open research and pick something yourself. Alright, another thing that you should also build once you get a lot of stone slabs and a lot of materials is a kitchen. This will allow you to make some better foods that last longer. Just stretches things out. Alright, so we're going to get the feeding buckets so we can feed them. And now we're going to also get the doctor. No, I don't want to change the research. Just want to set it up. And then I think it's important to get some corn and then a doctor for our villagers. And then actually a warehouse probably. Warehouse would be good too. Another thing you should know about your resources is that you are going to enter into some poisonous areas that can take out your trees. So if they're matured, it's probably smart to get rid of them and harvest them. Alright, we're starting to get a good amount of materials now. I'm going to focus on building things that are going to make the Ombu trust me. And then I got to build my population. So I've been constantly scavenging these population zones. Okay, so we need to build those population up quickly to man some of these jobs. Alright, we're going to build the hornblower first. Alright, and then we're just waiting for a few things to research. We need the kitchen and the doctor. Actually, we got the kitchen. I'm going to build that now. The feeding device and the doctor. Alright, we have to build this so it can grow mushrooms for our onbu to eat. And then he will, you can make the food in this building. Let's put that right here. And then we're going to build the trebucket. I know I'm saying that wrong. We'll build it right here. There's certain areas that you're only allowed to build certain things. All right, another thing you have to scavenge is the shrine, okay? It gives you a knowledge point, and you need knowledge points for certain things to research, okay? It says right here 2, 2, and 4, okay? So grab them as soon as you see them. All right, you don't always need your hornblower to be manned, so I'm actually going to turn mine off until I really need it. Alright, so this mushroom grower works the same as the farm, and we're just going to go ahead and build mushrooms, make mushrooms all through here and all up here. Okay, make sure you don't click on plant or harvest. You want them both to be not clicked, so it does both. Alright, make sure you build lots of water. I'm actually going to upgrade my water. I'm going to build 4 of them now instead of just the 2. So you're running out of water. I might have to switch to cactus. Oh no, I can still harvest. Alright, you're going to want to be able to pet your onbu, and that will make him trust you and listen to you more. Very important to research. Alright, you also need to build yourself a herbalist now. You need to get herbs to stay healthy for your onbu and yourself. So that's something that is pretty important. All right, so we're going to make the Onbu Doctor, which is a super important building. He's the one that interacts with the Onbu. All right, I'm going to talk about the Onbu Doctor, which is really important. When you zoom out now, you should get this option to give him an antidote, which kind of cures him, cures this, or cure health, which is his health bar here. And then you'll get an option to pet him. It's coming any second now. 199. 100. There you go. And you can pet him and he will go over there. No, I don't want any of this. All right, so he's going to float over there and give him a big hug, and that will be it. And your Onbu will start trusting you, which is super important, because then he'll start listening to you when you give him directions. You got to be careful to not piss him off. Like, remember what I said is that getting rid of these will piss him off. And also there's other buildings like the blood collector, a blood extractor. It really pisses him off and takes his health away, and I don't really see much of a benefit, to be honest. It just gives you more food. All right, so let's show you how to feed him too. We're going to go to show interactions, and you just click on the food, and he'll go over there and toss the food right in his mouth. Here we go. Yummy. All right, those are all the tips I can give for starting the game and everything I think you should know. If this video helped you, please like it. And don't subscribe to me. Thanks for watching. I hope my video helped you. If it did, please return the favor by leaving me a big fat like and a comment so I outrank those useless Let's Players with 20-minute videos. And if you want to take it one step further so I don't have to sell ugly useless t-shirts like all those other YouTubers, leave me a super thanks. It's a new feature. It's below where the arrow is pointing, right beside the share button.